Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I am doing just a little painting. This is a canvas and paints from Hippie Crafter. If you're interested in their products, their links will be in the description box below. They did give these to me to try out. There was another painting on this canvas. I can't remember what it was. I just gessoed over the top of it, so it would still be a black canvas. But that's why you're seeing kind of interesting texture in the background. That's just because of me, not how the canvases come. They're pretty nice. They come in a pack of, I think it was 10. I can't remember at the moment. And I just wanted to play around. I had used some leftover paint from a previous project and just threw it on a journal page and ended up making these interesting sort of abstract, non-realistic flowers, and so I thought I would try and replicate it. It doesn't go as planned. You know how when you just throw stuff together and it works, and then when you try to think about it, it just doesn't? Yeah, that's how this was. Like the whole way through. So I decided I didn't like that lighter color. I wanted it more dynamic. So now I'm taking a palette knife and adding some black just to kind of negate that other color, I think was the idea. Add a little bit to the smaller flower. And I just wanted to try and paint this, I think, with my palette knife. And just see what I could come up with. Or how I could do it, actually. And it's okay. I wasn't sure if I was going to show this one. I do change it a few times, a little bit. And then after it's all done, I decided to use some black gesso and just put some text in the background, and I think that made all the difference. It made it much better. So here I'm just taking some of the blue, I think it's ultramarine, and just changing up the background a bit. I wanted something bright and contrasty, but I wasn't liking the yellow so much. So adding this ultramarine blue kind of turns it a green color. Well, I didn't really center that original white, like, in the center of the canvas. Kind of off, and I mean that can be a design style, I guess. Alright, so I decided I didn't like that. So I decided I'd go over it with the pink. So I've mixed the pink with some white. That makes it lighter, but it also makes it more opaque. Hoping to cover up everything else. And like I said, I keep changing this. I can't remember how far I went with this light pink color before I decided I didn't like it. And maybe I decided I didn't like it right away and kept going anyway. Just so that everything would be even. wonder if I can find, maybe I will look for my journal page that I did and show you a clip of it at the end. But these paints are really fun. They're kind of they're a little bit thicker than the craft paints, at least that I've experienced. And they're slightly glossy, which I'm kind of liking. They make it hard for journal pages. If you're using them in a journal, you want to go over it with a matte medium or do Daddy Van's wax or something so that they don't stick together. But for painting on a canvas, they're great. It looks like I went all the way with that thing. Oh, and again to make it even lighter. Gosh, I forgot I did that. So you're not going to believe what happens next. So now I'm adding an orange back in, thinking that's got to be better than the pink and the light pink. I kind of like the glow I was getting, but still not happy with how it's turning out. But I think I go through this whole thing and add this kind of yellowy orange color to the background again. But I think I'll shorten this so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. Okay, so I did that, and I'm still leaving my background kind of weird and off-centered, and decided to highlight my flowers with a little bit of this pink. I don't know. You'll have to tell me which stage you liked it best. I'm not sure I ever did until the very, very last picture at the end of this whole thing. Alright, so then I decide I'm just going to brighten this up. So I add a really bright pink, and I'm trying to remember if this was one of the colors in the box or if it was a fluorescent that I grabbed. Oh, yep, it was one. It's one that comes in the box. Yeah, it's called Rose. It is a little bit more transparent. That's why I was not remembering. I do end up liking, I think this color, it might be 2 coats of this color. It just gives it more of a glow, which is kind of what I was hoping for, was to get this thing to glow a little bit. So now I'm going to pull out some of that blue and just darken the edges again, just to give it some nice dark edges to frame it. Just using a wet wipe that I had out there just to kind of blend it into the rose color. I do have this way sped up, so if you think my hands are going a little crazy, that's because it's super speed. I think this is just the purple straight so that it would pop some more. Their tube of purple is labeled violet, so I guess it's violet. Well, it's bright now. And now I'm just going over it with painting with my finger. I don't know why I decided to paint with my finger. I guess I just wanted to. Adding some more highlights, or some highlights with the white paint. And then later, actually just before I did this voiceover, I did the background stenciling because it needed some help. And I think it looks much better with the stenciling. I hope you liked this. If you did, leave me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Thank you all for watching.